Healthfreedom UK. Every Tuesday. Healthfreedom UK. Healthfreedom UK.
Hello and welcome to Healthfreedom UK with Not a Doctor Robert and Lowlands Pete.
Yeah, good evening again. It's me. It's Not a Dr. Robert with the one and only, not a very good producer, Lowlands Pete.
Thank you.
We've had a good little warm up there for the last 15 minutes. That was rather entertaining.
Yeah.
And we're going to put Pete out of his misery because he's been dying to show his face all the time he's been on this show. So Pete, put everyone out their misery. Show them your real face, Pete. Go on. So this is Lowlands Pete actually trying to be Kanye West. He's got the attitude, don't you think?
Yeah.
I like the chewing.
That's the only thing that really works.
Where's Bianca? Sensori or whatever.
Oh, she's naked in the bathroom. She's yeah. She's
nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice of you to join us, Kanye.
No problem. It's kind of in honor for Mr. Smith, you know, Mr. Mask. So, yeah.
So yeah, you're just doing a Mr. Smith, aren't you? Yeah. Just wearing a mask there. Oh, you can turn your camera off now, Pete, and take that mask off. When Pete first came on, I thought he was actually AIing himself. You know, I really genuinely thought, I need to put it up a bit more. Here we go. Let me just move that camera there. I genuinely thought he was AIing himself. And he said, no, it's a mask.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So welcome everyone. Yes, it's me again. You're here and it's Tuesday and it's the Healthfreedom UK show. Yes, with me, Not a Dr. Robert, and the wonderful, the only get it off, Pete. You're putting me off. And today we have got for you, let me look at my notes. I timed myself how long it took me to prep this show actually today. I've got some interesting facts about that. We've got the big news of the week. Yes, we've got the tensions between Iran and Israel. We've got the Bilderberg meeting. What's it all about? Who attended? And what was one of the key subjects? We've got foreign powers could dim the sun. We've got news, the US bill to replace government to be replaced by AI probably. And we've got stuff about organ donation. Be careful, even if you've opted out on via the NHS and your local GP surgery. Alcohol beer warning or non-alcoholic beer warning as well. We've got headlines of the day. Palantir police involved with Bedfordshire police force. So Palantir involved with Bedfordshire police force. Where I live in the Bedfordshire of the country. So good facial recognition. James, it was. I thought it was.
Yeah, good for that.
It wasn't actually. Let's do the let's do the who's in the chat, and where is it? Who's in the chat? Where's who's in the chat? Can you find who's in the chat?
Can I find who's in the chat?
Have I got rid of it?
Who's in the chat tonight? Everyone's here, ready to ignite, attacking fast. We're feeling fine, no limits here.
Blimey, Pete, you're being like a producer there.
Hey.
And guess who was? And get your thing.
Maybe it's because I'm black. Huh?
Get your clap ready, Pete.
Oh. Yep.
Once again, it was Jamesy was first in the chat. Yes, Jamesy was first in the chat, as he was always there, because he's just sitting there waiting for the rain to stop in Scotland. And second, then we have Roberto, who is our master rhymer. Yes, the Roberto, who's the master rhymer. And then Lynn comes in and gets the bronze. Yes. Good evening, Lynn. And then Rick, our resident Titty Ricky, is here as well.
Yep.
And next up, who was next up? Jen. Jen's next up. Good evening, Jen. Lovely to see you once again. Good evening, Jen. Lovely to see you once again.
Oh, wait.
Thank you very much. Roberta, I hope you appreciate our terrible rhyming. Well, my terrible rhyming. And the lovely, the one and only, yes, Catherine Hutton is here as well.
Hello.
We always see Catherine in Sonia's show. So nice to have you here, Catherine, live. It's lovely to see you. And who else is here then? Kendo the Taylor is here. Kendo Taylor's here as well. And going down, 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 down. Anyone else? Anyone else? Yes. Claire Stevens is here. Good evening from Plymouth, Devon, England. Happy Solace Week, everyone. Oh yeah, we've got the summer solstice on Saturday, haven't we?
I think so, yeah.
And we've got news about something that's special that is happening on Saturday in London. So I'll be telling you all about that. Good evening, Claire. Well, thanks for joining us. It's really lovely. Oh, we've got a lot of ladies in tonight, Pete.
It's a ladies' night, almost.
It's almost like a Friday night, a ladies' night. And we've got something to talk about ladies' night, because there are two ladies that do a show. And we just we just got to make a special announcement about that. And he is the chicken. He isn't Spanish, but he is Spanish chicken. Yes.
Oi, oi.
Oi, oi, oi. I got done at 87 miles an hour. And now I've got to pay a $2.5 grand fine and 6 points. But I won't go on about it. Jenny's now on Rumble as well, and I don't know. That's probably someone else. Gaz Garno. There we are. Who's Gaz Garno? Anyone know who Gaz Garno is?
Nope.
Have I seen Gaz Garno before? Have you seen Gaz Garno? Is it someone's Rumble name? Is that no? They're YouTube. Well, good evening, Gaz Garno. Is it Garno? Yeah, Gaz Garno. Good evening to you. Welcome aboard to the Tuesday Club, where we talk rubbish. News. We do some funny stuff, and we also like to take the mick out of Pete as much as possible.
Very much so.
And each other. And of course, yes, there is the legendary, the one and only. Every Tuesday at the end of the show, you get this. Yes, you get the quiz of the week, where we ask you a total of 6 questions, with the most important question being all about Mr. George Michael. Yes, you need to know your George Michael trivia. Yeah. So study whilst this show is on, or don't. It's entirely up to you. So what else is going on? Let me have a look. Have I missed anyone in the chat? I think that's it. Oh, and look who's here. Meow, meow. It's a kitty meow. I'm just here listening tonight, Rob and Pete. Well, it's nice to have you here, Kitty. Thanks for being here. And and also Cypher70 has joined us. Good evening in this post-apocalyptic fallen Tartarian war zone. Hello, Hell 8 is flaming high for the naughties but wicked. Not like you, all you naughty but nice. Doc, Pete, Jamesy, Roberto, just Lynn, etc., etc. And Ridiculizer a late one in as well. Good evening, Ridiculizer. Hope you're doing well, mate. Anyone else that I've missed? Anyone else? I think that's it. Oh, and Paula's whooshing about here.
Whoosh.
Yes, Paula's whooshing about. Our resident Friday, every other Friday evening lady, Paula, who's the other half of Kitty as well. And I think that's it now. Yeah, let's just hide that current comment there. So yeah, lots to talk about.
You know, you got a guest in the bottom waiting.
Is there a guest?
Oh yeah, he's been there the whole
Yeah?
fucking show waiting for you. But
Has he been there? Yeah.
well, he's patient.
Well, he's our surprise guest. He was welcomed in late, but he is here, ladies and gentlemen. It is the one and only George Michael.
Thank you very much. You've been a beautiful
George,
audience. Thank you very much.
How is it being dead?
It's cold.
Oh, cold. Even with this weather. Fucking hell. Gee.
I thought the earth would have warmed up for you, George.
Not really. No, to be honest, no. It's cold down here.
Yeah, I thought the worms would be keeping you warm. Yes,
no, just the royalty checks.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that going to Andrew or is someone's kids or something? I think or the royalties. But yes, if you don't,
they're still coming to me, and I'm living it up with Elvis on an island.
Yeah.
And David Bowie and Michael Jackson.
Exactly.
If you don't know who Mr. Smith is, he's a.
I'm in love with him, and I intend to marry him.
A drummer. Not even a real musician. He just makes a noise.
You don't know what you're talking about.
If he played the violin or the piano, anything that made sense, but the drums.
And there he is. There he is. Oh, look, that's a different look, Mr. Smith.
It is.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. He's in front of his full studio there. He's wow. You know. So is your studio somewhere different? Because like that is not where you normally are, is it?
Yeah, I get around, Rob.
We know that.
Yeah, I get around, you know.
Didn't someone sing "I Get Around" and he died last week?
Topical, wasn't it? Topical.
Yeah, a certain Beach Boy died last week. Paul, what was his name? I forget his name now.
Don't ask me. I can't stand the Beach Boys.
I wasn't a big fan of the Beach Boys, actually.
I don't see what everybody gets. I don't get it. I'm sorry, you know.
Yeah, no. I liked God Only Knows and all that. We've got another pop star here.
That's unbelievable.
Listen, we can all play that game, you know.
What kind of stream is this?
Who knows? If it's good enough for Mr. Smith, it's good enough for us, Pete. Oh, definitely not in this weather. Definitely not in this weather. So I've asked Mr. Smith to join us tonight to chew the fat over what's going on in the news, etc. But before we get into anything, right? I'd like to invite Paula into the show because Paula wants to just. Is she still there, Pete, or is she gone? Man thing. There we go. Yeah, she's there. So Paula, let's invite Paula into the show. Paula's just wants to talk about what's going on with the ladies' night and why it hasn't been on recently, etc. So Paula, are you there, or are you still talking to your mum? Because I know you were sitting there with your mum. Paula's mum gave me some good advice tonight about what I should buy my 90-year-old mother. If anyone else has got any ideas, my mum's birthday is June the 26th. And she's going to be 90. I need to know what can I give my 90-year-old mother? Yeah. Paula, are you with us, love?
Yes, I am with you. Mother sat quietly in the armchair. I love your math, by the way, Pete. I've come on as a man thing. Mr. Smith, a man thing. I'm being a man thing. I'm only here for a short time. Make the best of it.
No, we're here for a long time.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be here for long. I'm only here as a man thing to bring up something I'd like to.
So yeah, what is it you'd like to talk about, Paula? You came up with some idea, and why has the girls not been on every other Friday recently?
Right. Well, the little seed, I planted a seed. Kitty wouldn't ask, so I'm asking for her. Kitty sits on a stool and she sits at a 90 degrees angle. If you have a computer chair, you can swivel it around. If not, you're sat on a little stool, which she never complains, never moans. And I want to raise some funds so Kitty can get a sort of, yeah, you're looking cool there, Pete. Yeah, you're looking great. Look at you with your man beard. You almost look like P. Diddy. Behave yourself. We want to find a seat that Kitty can sit in, and she can swivel round. She can swivel a growler if she wants to. But I'd like us to raise enough funds, if we can put a £5 in or £10 in, and we'll put the link in the chat tonight, to be able to create somewhere that she can be in a comfy place. You don't want an uncomfortable pussy. When your pussy's uncomfortable, it don't sit right. Now, Kitty's been sitting unright and in a very bad position. And I don't want her to be any more uncomfortable. So we can be doing more shows if she got a chair that she could be sat in. So I'm asking people, raise a glass of champagne, or swallow a few mushrooms, or have a few smoked ancestors. Yeah. Fizzy water. Yeah, Robert, you're fucking so wholesome. It just makes me sick. Sorry. Because I'm sorry. I'm a bit of a mushroom toker. Enjoy your fizzy water. But we're trying very hard. I just want to say, if you can, raise some funds for Kitty to get a comfy chair so we can come back for ladies' night. That's why we're not here. Seriously. I mean, yeah. I'm sat in me little what would you call it? I'm sat in my electric wheelchair. I get and I've got a hoist. I've got all this lovely stuff. But Kitty's trying to cope. So I'm saying, from a factual point of view, she needs a comfy chair. Then we can come back. And I'll leave a manly show, because this is what Tuesday night is all about. We've got Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith with his pointy sticks. Your drum. I can't say too much, Mr. Smith. A woman my age, I get a bit uncomfortable with the sweat. My age. And then we've got, hang on, in a deep breath. Mother can hear everything I'm saying. Mother's panting at the thought of it. You've got Robert, who's 40. What do you think he is, Mother? Mother thinks he's 40. Mother's nearly 90, so she sees you as young blood. She sees you as
young blood.
Young blood. And Pete, she thinks you're like, Peter. She thinks you're like 13 years old, very young boy.
Yeah.
So anyone in the chat, whether it's Spanish, whether it's David, whether it's Mascara, anybody, James, any of you in the chat, including the ladies, right? Just send something, and Robert will put the link in the chat.
Put the link in, Paul, already. It's also in the show notes. So if anyone wants to donate, it doesn't like we were going to try and set up Buy Me a Coffee, but it couldn't be done. If you want to just make a couple of quid, whatever, it's the PayPal link.
Hang on a minute, Pete. Hang on a minute, Robert. The thing is about this internet shit. Sorry, Robert. Pete. Robert.
Go on.
When it comes to setting up this stuff that you all know about, like you click on this button, you press that. It's not that easy, right? So it's just saying tonight, if you wish to. Thank you, James. You've already offered. Thank you, James. All I want to do is get Kitty a chair. I don't need nothing for myself. I carry on. I want to get Kitty into a comfortable chair. We could do ladies' night. And Pete, you're looking weird with that mask. I think, seriously, I'm going to go in a minute. But I thought, hang on, I got to say this, Robert. I thought you looked like a paedophile in the after chat the last night. Pete, you look like P. Diddy with an excess of oil.
I look like a grooming gang.
No, you look really sinister. No, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. Look, you look like you got too much oil.
Anyway, look, thanks, Paula. Right, if you'd like to donate,
support the
support
ladies.
the girls. Like everyone does these shows, and the girls have never asked for a penny before. But if you want to try and help the girls and support them, then just the links in the show notes, and I'll put the link in again. I'll post the link to Kitty and Paula's PayPal, and if you want to do that, that'd be much appreciated. But if you don't, it doesn't matter. Only do what you can for those who can afford it.
Robert, let me say something, Robert. If you do not subscribe and help Kitty, then we're going to burn you for Beltane on the bonfire, and the witches will burn you bastards up. So excuse me, send something to Kitty before we send you up on the bonfire. And I'm going. Pete, you look fucking
cheers
weird.
then. Thank you very much, Paula, for that lovely request there. Thank you. And we'll see you soon, hopefully, Paula. All right, there we go. And she's gone. Thank fuck she's gone.
Yeah. But, support the ladies' night.
No, it's support the ladies. You know, I get support by people buying myself. People buy Pete a coffee now and then. People buy Mr. Smith a coffee even, you know?
Yeah.
So we've all got to be supported in some way, you know, because it's not cheap to stream, is it, Pete? I mean, it could,
Nope.
you know, it's about £300 a year minimum, you know, sort of thing. So, you know, and we just put all our time and effort into it. So anyway, getting on with the show. Let's get on with the show, shall we?
Yeah.
Shall we? Yeah. And so, yes, the big tensions this week between Iran and Israel. I don't want to go on about it because everyone's talking about it, but I just thought I just saw a couple of points, and I just wanted to bring them up. So today I saw this one as well. It was a tweet from Trump. I've not reached out to Iran for peace talks in any way, shape, or form. This is just more highly fabricated fake news. If they want to talk, they know where to reach me. They should have taken the deal that was on the table. Would have saved a lot of lives. Well, I'm not convinced about that. I don't know about you two boys, but the other question...
No, it's escalating quickly.
It is escalating quickly. But and saying all of that, Pete, right, here's a tweet from Thomas Massey. Should the United States be giving Israel weapons to make more war with Iran? Out of 126,000 votes, 85% of people said no. And I would be part of those 85% as well. So there we go. More and more people are completely against. But what this could also lead to, right, is one of these. Yes, it's the multiple choice quiz question. To drag the US war into Iran, you will A, attack a US ship, B, attack a US base, C, assassinate a US official, or D, conduct terrorism on US soil. Take your pick. It's only a matter of time. There's so much warmongering going on right now, isn't there? There really is, and wherever you turn to, what you got to say? How long
have they been more warmongering about Iran and they have a nuclear weapon and you know,
we knew that Iran was part of the bigger agenda. Who was that general that said
Clark?
Wesley Clark. Yeah, we're going to attack Iran. That's part of the bigger plan.
Yep.
General Wesley Clark. Yep. So, Mr. Smith, what do you make of all this war talk?
They're in the money.
Yep.
They're in the money.
Yeah.
That's it. Plain and simple. They don't care about lives one iota. They want to make dollars.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. That's all it is, isn't it? It's just all about money.
Yep.
Yeah. All about money.
A lot of cheap oil.
Yeah, cheap oil. Well, not cheap oil, Pete, because oil's just gone up because of gold's gone up. Oil's gone up.
You're already feeling it at the pump.
Yeah.
Retarded, but okay.
Yeah, it's already
any
already
excuse.
Yeah, it's already happening. So there's going to be no peace talks. I mean, remember Trump, who's talking this, saying this. Yeah, this is the man who said that when he got, you know, he would have the Ukraine Russia war all settled within a day, and he'd also released the Epstein list, and also he said that he'd audit the gold bullion as well. So there we go. but it hasn't happened yet. But there's always a queue. There's always a queue, a question, and a bit of hope. So I don't think there's going to be much more else that's going to happen about that. I really don't. But I personally, I've said before, I'm politically homeless. I don't trust any of them. I really don't think any of them have got anything.
No, because the fucking mullah that they got and they're fighting now is a American puppet they put there, and after they killed the Shah in the fucking 70s. So
Yeah. Oh, and listen, everyone. I just want to apologise because I can see that my little emblems come up to say that I've got bad signal. And I told Pete this happened about half an hour before my stream, and I had to come out and go back in. But unfortunately, it's telling me again, it's slightly increasing, but the picture might get bad. So I apologise if the picture gets really bad. If it gets really bad, I'll take my ugly mug out of this picture and just talk to you like these two. So that's that. Also, this week, what was on? Well, we had. If you've never heard of it, we've had the Bilderberg meeting. Yes, the Bilderberg meeting. Now, what is Bilderberg? Yeah, so let's have a look. Let's put this up. So the Bilderberg Group meeting was held in Scotland, including or Stockholm rather, including a wide range of particular of subjects, including depopulation and migration. Drawing particular attention, this meeting, like previous ones, brought together influential figures from politics, technology, business, and discusses global issues behind closed doors. The inclusion of depopulation has sparked discussions and speculation on social media and in various media outlets, with some viewing it as a part of a broader globalist agenda. So the thing is, right, I asked AI about what was on the agenda, and the thing that it didn't do, right, until I put in depopulation, it didn't include it in the specific subject matters, which were transatlantic relationships, Ukraine, US economy, authoritarian axis, nuclear proliferation, AI deterrence, and national security, and geopolitics, energy, and critical minerals. Interesting that AI didn't include all of that stuff as well. But yeah, so these were the subjects that were being discussed this week. And you can see right at the bottom there was depopulation and migration. And what on earth could that mean? Any ideas, anyone? But the Bilderberg Group has had their annual meeting, a private forum for and influential figures from politics, business, academia, and informal discussions on global issues. Whilst the group claims its purpose to foster dialogue and understanding between Europe and North America, it has been the subject of numerous conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theorists often point to the group's secrecy, the high-profile attendees, and the Chatham House rule, which allows participants to use information from meetings but not to disclose the identity of speakers. This secrecy has fueled speculation that the group is orchestrating a hidden agenda, with some claiming it is responsible for major global events or policies. And
don't be silly.
But don't believe it, just because. Now, let me have a look. I did make a note of some of the attendees from the UK. And but more importantly, the man that we all love to hate, Peter Thiel, was there. Jeremy Hunt, you could take the H out and use a C. Michael O'Leary of the airline industry was also there. And a guy called Wes Streeting, who's the secretary, he's the health secretary as well. And a guy called Richard Moore, who is the chief of the UK Secret Intelligence Service. Oh, now isn't that so?
And all the media and
going on. There's nothing to worry about, But it's just a little meeting, just between friends. It's just a little meeting between friends. And I did I've also, this also leads me, let me just take some of these away.
Well, I wouldn't even mind if they have meetings, but depopulation is on the topics.
Well, exactly,
Pete. So that's kind of my issue with the.
Yeah, but then they would probably turn around and say, "Oh, there's nothing to worry about."
No,
there's nothing to worry about. We're just worried about the fact that the population is going down. That's all they're worried.
I got a little clip. I'll show only the beginning, so you know what's going on with depopulation. Can I
Catherine
show that?
says her comments aren't appearing. They are here, Catherine.
I can see this one, yeah.
Yeah, we saw this one.
Maybe switch to live chat. Maybe that helps.
Yeah, go to, are you on live chat, Catherine? Rather than the main comments, etc. Go on, Pete. I saw this in your daily today, and you're going to share it here. Go for it.
2 or more COVID injections have had their life expectancy reduced by 37%. So if you were 30 years of age when you had the 2 injections, your life expectancy now is about 50 to 55. Now, this is according to a study that has come out. Infected Blood Australia has just shared some of that. It's gone viral. We've got people from all around the country messaging us about this terrible outcome. My name is Charles McKenzie, and before the COVID injections were rolled out, I was telling anyone I knew.
Yeah, well, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like us. So, but numbers aren't looking good.
It's not looking good for people.
2 or more, and you're pretty much.
What was that study from, Pete? Was it
Australia?
From Australia.
Yeah.
It's fun because my son told me about that yesterday. I was talking to him, and he said, "Have you heard that, Dad? That apparently 2 or more. If you've had 2 or more jabs, that your life expectancy has gone down." I said, "I haven't heard that." So, and then you put that up.
It coincides with the numbers they had with mice.
Yep.
When they were testing this with mice were also like 30 to 40% shorter lived.
Yeah.
Lifespan.
Yeah, and moving on, I'd like to share this with you. Where is it? Here we are. This is an interesting one that I thought that all us people that think that we're not always told the truth about what's going on. So, Pete, if you could just put this up, can you see it at the bottom there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got it.
So, hostile foreign powers could dim the sun and weaponize weather to attack the West, the UK fears. British ministers are preparing for a dire scenario in which foreign actors could weaponize sun-dimming technology. According to a ministerial letter seen by the Telegraph, the government is looking to understand the risks and implications of an independent or third-party actor using advanced technology to reflect light away from specific parts of the planet. Pete, didn't they just admit that they were going to do this themselves, the UK government?
Yeah, wasn't it to save the planet?
Yeah, to save the planet. Whilst this technology is being developed with the aim of drastically reducing global warming, experts fear hostile nations like the big bogeyman, Russia, could use solar engineering to inflict an environmental disaster upon their enemies. So I know, let's also now start blaming the Russians for if the sun dimming experiment goes wrong. Kerry McCarthy, the UK's climate minister, wrote in the letter, the UK's long-standing leader on climate action and an active international collaborator in scientific research. Collaborator is the right word there. The government recognises the need to understand the risks and impact of solar radiation modification approaches that could be deployed by an independent or third-party actor. And it goes on that reflective particles then bounce up from the sunlight, blah, blah, blah. I think we all know how the engineering
so
works.
Now
there we go.
It is a weapon all of a sudden.
So now it could be a weapon. Look at that. There's a scary weapon. Look, there we are. Look. And there we go. So now they're going to blame Russia. They think that. So it goes on at the end here. It says Lieutenant General Richard Noogie, an MOD expert on climate change and sustainability. Why is he an expert on climate change? An MOD man. Said no country has yet tried to weaponize the technology, quite possibly for a couple of reasons. It is seen to be very expensive for no defined and guaranteed output. And also, it is not possible to predict the outcome. There are too many variables. Excuse me, but have Saudi Arabia and Qatar not been using solar radiation,
making rain and all that?
Do they not make rain in parts of America as well?
That's cloud seeding. That's different.
That's
making rain. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so it's already official, isn't it?
Yeah, no, look, it's all a weapon. It always has been a weapon, and there you go.
What are you chat saying? What are you people in the chat saying? And because Mr. Smith's being very quiet here, he's chatting to people.
He's shocked.
Look, he's shocked. Yeah. He's
like, oh, they're not saving the climate.
People are talking to Kitty. Doc.
Kitty.
David says, Doc, your cat wants food. Yeah, in fact, my cat wants to go out, and I'm going to let him out in a very, very short time. People are just. People are saying about Kitty couldn't donate on PayPal. Sent Robert hoping he'd pass it on. Oh, I see. Right. Okay. I can pay, but yes, Catherine, if you've donated to me, I'll pass it on to Kitty. Don't worry. Not a problem. Maybe the link is at fault then, Catherine. Oh, so people. Well, I'll just to let people know, I donated, and I know that Kitty got the money. So. I don't know what's going on, but it's just one.
How much is the chair? We don't know.
We don't know. I mean,
it depends on the budget.
Yeah, I think any money really towards the chair, Spanish. I mean, a decent chair is probably going to cost about 150 quid, something like that. I would say. So it's just
there.
A decent chair. So there we go. And listen, talking of Mr. Smith, right? We've done a couple of stories so far. Pete's ended up. Looking like Kanye West, or West as he's known to his friends.
Kanye East.
I did invite Mr. Smith on, and he did say to me, shall I do some drums? And I said, no, take it easy, Mr. Smith. I've got this great piece of music, right, that I'm going to share with everyone. It's from this geezer that plays drums sometimes on a Tuesday, sometimes on a Friday, sometimes on a Sunday. But he did this really good tune the other night where he was practicing his setup. And here it is. Enjoy, everyone. Here's Mr. Smith.
Somebody cares. Maybe somebody cares. This is by Kai. It's called To the End. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe.
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
You are muted.
You're a mute.
There we go. There we go. I'm a boomer, man. I'm a boomer. That was superb, Mr. Smith. Now that was a late stream. I was watching some really interesting documentary, and then all of a sudden it came up. Mr. Smith's doing a test stream with his new equipment, and
right.
And no, that's not an innuendo. And so I clicked on his innuendo, and that was part of that stream, and I thought that was great, and then it was really, really good, Mr. Smith. Are you enjoying your new equipment, if you pardon the pun?
I'm loving it. Yeah, it feels really nice. You know,
it sounded. I had my headphones on, right, and it sounded absolutely amazing. It really did. It sounded absolutely amazing. So I hope you got some good feedback from that stream.
I did, and to be honest, I ended up playing for a lot longer than I expected as well, because people seemed to be enjoying it. So I carried on. Yeah.
Good man. And so you should. You know, we all love listening. If you links to Mr. Smith's show is in the show notes. You should subscribe to him or follow him and support him. I support him because the poor man, he has a dodgy wrist, and so I supply my salve. It's my way of sponsoring Mr. Smith.
Is that another euphemism?
Yeah. Is it working well? Is the salve working well on your hand, on your wrist?
Honestly, Rob, it keeps me playing. Really? I've got to be honest with you. Yeah, it really does. Keeps me playing. And I can so what I tend to do as well is put it on in the evening, and then I'll strap it up before I sleep at night.
Yeah.
And then take this off in the daytime. And if I don't do it, then I can really feel it.
Yeah.
So it must work.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. Yeah. I mean, my son, he's a skateboarder, right? And he was out skateboarding at the weekend, and he landed on his trucks on his foot, and we think he broke his toe because come Sunday when he came to visit me and on Father's Day, his toe was black and blue. It was absolutely black and blue. And he said, "Oh, I'm out of salve, Dad." So I gave him a pot of salve, and he said to me since, he said, it's really healing a lot quicker than it was, Dad. So yeah, I think it works. And I know that a lot of people that have used the salve. So thank you everyone who has purchased the salve. Anyone who donates 15 quid to the channel, you get a free pot of salve, although I haven't got any at the moment. I've got to make some this week.
Well, there's always the sponsor thing on my streams as well, and there's always the link in the description in my shows.
Yeah, there's always a link there. So, but thanks again, everyone. And talking now, just before we had that wonderful piece of music, we were talking about the conspiracy that Russia could take over the weather. But I saw this, and I wanted to just share this with you.
Leading scientists are now raising the alarm on British plans to block the sun. Raymond Pierre Humbert, a professor of planetary physics at the University of Oxford, said this month that the UK's gamble on solar geoengineering is like using aspirin for cancer. Calling the project barking mad, he went on, "Since 2021 commentary from ourselves, the situation has grown far worse, with tens of millions of dollars pouring into the scheme, mostly from private donors. Bill Gates was an early backer, and the tech and fintech industries have piled on since. But we never imagined that the UK government itself would be leading the charge into what is almost universally recognised as the most dangerous and destabilising source of research. Field trials that risk developing dangerous technology and paving the way for deployment." Did you catch the name there? Bill Gates. I know many people watching this now will be rolling their eyes at the mention of the Microsoft billionaire once again, but it is an indisputable fact that Gates does have his hands in many controversial cookie jars. This was Tucker Carlson in the US some years ago, raising the alarm on America's own geoengineering madness.
And that's why Bill Gates is now backing something called sun-dimming technology that would reflect sunlight out of the Earth's atmosphere, causing global cooling.
Bill Gates is backing the first high-altitude experiment of one radical climate change solution, creating a massive chemical cloud that could cool the Earth. It's called solar geoengineering, and it's highly controversial. It would look something like this. Thousands of planes would fly very high and use nozzles to inject millions of tons of light-reflecting particles into the stratosphere. It would create a thin chemical cloud of those particles around the whole planet, blocking some sunlight from reaching the surface.
Yeah, nothing conspiratorial going on here.
Yeah, it won't get into your lungs at all. None of it will get into your lungs.
Anything
or
that they
food or
anything they're using,
the
right,
water,
is perfectly good. It's just nothing poisonous that will land on the onto my allotment and destroy my vegetables.
Yeah,
it's
it's
all
fine. It's fine. Sulfur dioxide, aluminum hydroxide, barium hydroxide, strontium. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. You're a conspiracy theorist, Mr. Smith. They're not. There's no.
No, I'm not.
Look at this kid. Look at him.
Sorry.
Hey, don't forget, I've got the pictures of you.
I know.
Careful, Pete. Careful. I've got the evidence. And talking of but the sun is so important. The thing about I love about nature is that, you know what, nature says you can fucking do what you like, but nature does this. It says you can sod off, and nature has always proven to fight back against things like this. And also, it just proves also how important it is for us to get out into the sun. And I saw this. And it is so important. And remember, let's not forget what we used to use the sun for.
If kids had weak bones in the olden days, doctors used to put them out in the sunlight. And it actually worked. Here's why. During the Industrial Revolution, as families moved more and more to the city, spent less time outside, a bone-deforming disease called rickets started spreading like wildfire. Then in 1822, a Polish doctor made a crazy discovery. Kids who spent more time out in the sun didn't get rickets. And just like that, solariums were born. Rooms or open spaces with lots of sunlight to cure people. So why did this work? Well, you actually need vitamin D to properly absorb calcium from your food, so no sunlight meant no vitamin D. Since they started adding vitamin D to milk in the 1930s, rickets has basically been eliminated. But you still need sunlight. Beyond vitamin D, sunlight affects your sleep, mood, energy, cardiovascular health, and immune function. So if you feel like you haven't seen the sunlight in a while, this is your friendly reminder to get outside and get some sunshine. Peace.
Peace. Peace. Peace. So get out there. It's been lovely today, but they were bombarding the sky today, but it got so hot that the trails soon dispersed, and so I think that's nature. It was 28 degrees here. Did you have decent weather today, Mr. Smith, up wherever you live, the North Pole?
It was warm, but it was cloudy. It was cloudy, but it was warm.
Yeah, it was warm with a touch of chemtraily cloudy.
Basically, yeah.
But and also the reason I brought this up as well is that this week on Saturday, on the summer solstice, there is a really important meeting going on in Hyde Park, and if you want to go to it, all are welcome. It's a completely free event, but there is a major protest about stop geoengineering, and this has been put together by a guy called Matt Landman, and you've got people like Sonia Poulton, who's also going to be talking there. And it's just going to be like also a picnic afterwards. And the thing about these sort of events is that like-minded people will be able to get together and chat about just stuff that most people wouldn't understand what you're talking about. So this is I'm going to put this up now. This is the Stop Geoengineering Rally. Okay, so let me just read some bit and just go through some of the bits here. So, there we go. So it's a weather engineering protest and picnic in the park. Join Matt Landman and other actual activists for a weather engineering protest in the park. This is on Saturday, June the 21st, between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. in Hyde Park, London at Marble Arch. I believe that Sonia Poulton's also going to be doing a live streaming from there as well. You've got a guy called Jason Leotis interviews Matt Landman to discuss the upcoming rally. Sheep Farm is going to be there. I believe Dom's going to be there. These are all the interviews that he's recently done. And Matt was the guy behind What on Earth Are They Spraying? The film. If you've not seen that, please watch it if you can. But this is a free event. Get along there if you can. And then did you know that the government are also on Monday, they are going to be talking about the petition that was put together for because people have protested, and there was signatures have been put together. Over 200,000 signatures were put together, and the government are actually going to be discussing it in the Houses of Parliament on Monday, which is the Monday after the protest meeting. I'm sure that's just a pure coincidence, but if you can get there, or you want to get there, get down there. And look, there's 3 not a Dr. Roberts here on screen now. You toss pots. What are you like? By the way, Kitty, Pete, Kitty asked me to send you this message. She sent it to me and said, could you give this message to Pete, please?
If you have a cute little gay boy in your life, send him this video. Hey, little guy, I love how gay you are, and I love that you're a cute little gay boy.
So there you go, Pete. That was especially from Kitty.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure you like
listening.
that.
I was looking. So.
And talking of gay boys, I saw this gay boy this week who's a migrant that lives in Ireland, and but there's a bit of a twist at the end. Watch this.
It's 5 months now.
Okay, and what brought you to Ireland?
We are asylum seekers.
Okay, so you're fleeing war.
Excuse me?
Are you fleeing war?
Yeah, persecution.
Prosecution?
Yeah.
Where?
Nigeria.
There's war in Nigeria?
No, it's a sexuality thing.
Sexuality?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Where I come from, if you are bisexual or homosexual, you get killed. So
you're gay?
Yeah, you have to take off, yes.
Okay. And how are you finding Letterkenny? Are you settling in well?
Oh, lovely.
Okay. Are you working?
Not yet, still looking for.
Okay. And where are you staying?
It's just beside the McGettigans over there.
And all paid for? All sorted by the government?
Government, yes.
Great government.
Oh, fantastic. This is the land of Tien and Og.
1,000 welcomes.
Yes, Kukulin said come, and we're here.
And you're out on a Saturday night?
Oh, but of course, we're going to have fun out there.
You're happy in Ireland?
This is airing.
And have you got family at home?
Oh, yes, I do.
So what have you got at home?
My wife and 2 kids, 2 sons.
Your wife and 2 sons?
Yeah, the mighty Hercules and the mighty Spartacus.
But you just said you were gay.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
You can't make it up, can you?
What?
You just can't make it up. Yes, Alice. He's gay.
Definitely.
With a wife and kids.
Yeah. Well, his wife is gay too.
Yeah, his wife. Exactly, Kendo. Loads of gays in Ireland. Yeah. Pat's one of the biggest ones. That's why I'm worried about going on holiday with him.
I know.
Pat, if you're in the chat, you're a twat.
Twat.
Show yourself, Pat. He's probably not here, but and Mr. Smith has turned into animal there. He was my favourite character, Mr. Smith.
Yeah, me as well.
He was my favourite character. My goodness, we're almost at 9 o'clock, Pete. What should we do?
He's my favourite Muppet.
He was your favourite Muppet. And just before we go, let's remind people, because we've been talking about geoengineering, etc., and this also leads into the whole Agenda 2030 thing. That you will own an electric car or rent an electric car and be happy. Here's some facts about electric cars. Yeah, these men produce the oil for my diesel truck. These children produce the lithium for your electric car. just some facts there, that you can't ignore, isn't there? Really, Just some facts you can't ignore. So, and good evening, Patrick. There we are. We've got him lurking. Been lurking. See you next Tuesday. And better late than never. Hello, Pete, Rob, and Mr. Smith. Now you're off, and now you're off. There we go. Yeah. We're and new beings here as well. Good evening, new being as well. Thank you all for joining us here. But wait, you and Mascara Snake is in as well. Mascara, I missed you there, Mascara. I'm sorry if I missed you in the chat, etc. Don't forget, everyone, if you want to donate to Kitty and Paula's show to help raise money.
I just did the PayPal thing,
and is it working?
It did work for me. So
it worked for me. It's worked for some people. Listen, if you want to send it to me somehow, in a different way, I'll get it to Kitty and Paula. It doesn't matter.
I'll send you an envelope with the cash in. Yeah.
Nice one, Mr. Smith. Excellent. And anything interesting before we go, Mr. Smith? Anything interesting on your horizon? What's front and center that's going on in your life?
What is going on in my world? Random streams for one. So I'm just going to
because you were doing regular Tuesday slots, and that's not happening at the moment.
No, I'm scared of commitment, Rob. I'm scared of commitment.
That's what your last girlfriend told me.
So, yeah, I'm going to stick to just doing Fridays. So every alternate week is the sound sessions, and in between is a drum stream. Yeah. And then the weekdays, I'm just going to do it whenever I feel like, or if I feel like at the moment, because it's a busy time of year for me. It's the summer, isn't it? So there's a lot of things going on, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You're a man of mystery, Mr. Smith.
Well, summer gets busy. It gets busy with music, doesn't it? The summer, so you know, there's stuff going on that I've got to commit to, and one of the issues with is finding music to play, because I've got to keep coming up with new content and new stuff that I haven't played.
Yeah,
and to be honest, there are not enough hours in the day currently. Is one of the things, you know.
And you introduced introduced me to some new music the other night in your stream. What was the name of that band? Who is it? Daydreamers.
Yeah,
very good band. That and I mean, are they on a major record label now?
I couldn't tell you. I've not really looked into them. I've just listened to their music. I've stuck them in a playlist and listened to them, and then played that track on the stream a couple of times.
Yeah,
I really should find out, because I get the feeling, I think they're British and I think they're Northern.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
It doesn't say anything on their YouTube. They've got about 4,500 followers on YouTube, so they must be very new. But listen, if anyone wants to hear what they sound like, and with Mr. Smith drumming along, the links are in the show notes to Mr. Smith's channel. It was his last live stream that he did. It was a test stream. And it was a jolly good show. We're gonna and the links are also to Pete's show, which is tomorrow night as well. Oh. And I'll be there with my ugly mug as well, and so will other people, I would imagine. Pete, before we go, quick update on Cookie.
He's alive.
He's there. Look, he's there.
Oh yeah,
there he is.
He walks among us.
I'm alive. I'm fine.
He's alive.
He's in the last steps of moving house.
Right. Okay.
So it should be finished this week, end of the week, and then it's waiting for an internet connection and BT.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent.
So we all know how that goes. Go. So we'll see.
He will be back.
As soon as possible. Yeah.
Yeah. So come and join us over on Rumble. We're going to say goodbye to YouTube now, but come and join us over on Rumble, where we've got more fun stuff. We've got more stories. We've got headlines of the week, and of course, we've got the quiz of the week as well. So come and join us for that. If not, we'll be back probably next Tuesday. I think the week after that one, Pete, will be our last one before we go away, possibly as well. And then we'll come back and because we are going to be we're going to be doing a special show. Very special.
Very special.
So okay, everyone, thanks for joining us tonight on YouTube. I'm now going to remove YouTube And we'll see you all next week. And we'll see you over on Rumble, where we'll carry on streaming then. Bye-bye.